Morning, this is the Shaman Oracle reading for Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. And the reading is for Cancer. Good morning, Cancer. I hope you are well. And we have 4 cards. We have Moonology, Wild Offering, Celtic Plant, and Celtic Shaman's Pack. And the reading starts with the Moonology Oracle Card, and the card is called Disseminating Moon, and it says take time to breathe out. This moon is a moon phase card, and the intensity of the full moon has abated. This card is asking, what are you left with? And it suggests that the situation you are asking about has now peaked, and it is time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Have faith that what is happening is for your best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others time out to relax and to breathe. We cannot be on all the time, so if you feel you have hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is the time to reflect on how to do things differently next time. Be honest with yourself if you feel about your current situation badly, and then remind yourself that life goes in cycles. Attune to the moon and say, I am where I am and it is okay. Additional meanings for the card, they are, you should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time out for your own good. It is time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else, and you should avoid falling into a slump. And the teaching of this card is the disseminating moon is the first moon phase after the explosion of energy that comes with the full moon. No matter when you pick this card, it suggests you are at a more tranquil point in the life cycle of whatever situation you are asking about. This is not the ideal time to start something new. The disseminating moon is the time to breathe out and to give yourself some time off and think about what has passed. Next is the Wild Offering card, and the card that came out for you, Cancer, is Self-Sufficiency. And Self-Sufficiency reads, the ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on God. It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it is saying, God is my source, and I am willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come. Next is the Celtic Plant Oracle, and that one that came out for you is called Nettle. In Celtic lore, whenever there is a thick growth of nettles, it indicates that there are fairy dwellings nearby, and the sting of a nettle protects against fairy mischief, black magic, and other forms of sorcery. So nettles, they protect against elf shots because they used arrows of flying venom, one of 4 primary causes of illness when dealing with angry fairies. I didn't know that there are so many angry fairies. I thought they are all good fairies. Now we learn they are sometimes mischievous. In Norse mythology, nettles are associated with the thunder god Thor and also with Loki, the trickster god, whose magical fishing net is made out of nettles. Nettles, I read, was once rivaled flax and hemp, and later even cotton, as a staple fiber for thread and yarn, used to make everything from heavy sailcloth to fine table linen, up to the 17th to the 18th centuries. Other fibers later proved to be more economical as the making of cloth became more mechanized. However, in Scotland, nettle cloth is still made to this day. In Scotland, said Thomas Campbell, I have slept in nettle sheets, and I have dined off a nettle tablecloth. Young tender nettles, they are an excellent pot herb, and the stalks of the old nettle are as good as flax for making cloth. Some people even say that nettle cloth is more durable than any other linen. Nettles have many numerous virtues, writes Margaret Baker in Discovering the Folklore of Plants. She claims that nettle oil preceded paraffin and that nettle juice can seal a leaky barrel. She also claims that nettles drive the frogs away from beehives and that fruits packed in nettle would keep them fresh. And I never heard that the frogs come near to beehives. Does that mean that they are looking for honey, the frogs, or what is suggested here? Well, I learned something new. Nettle was the Anglo-Saxon sacred herb, and in medieval times, nettle beer was drunk to heal rheumatism. And because nettle has a high vitamin C content, it was a spring tonic for people after a winter of living on grain and salted meat with hardly any green vegetables to eat. Nettle soup and porridge were popular spring tonic purifiers, but a pasta or pesto from the leaves of nettles is a worthy, nutritious, modern alternative. Nettles, they enhance natural immunity, helping to protect us from infections. Nettle tea is said to help when a feverish illness is starting. Nettles also are considered a blood tonic and so are a good treatment for anemia. As nettles, they are high in both iron and chlorophyll. The iron of nettles is easily absorbed by the body and so can give nutrition to enhance health. And in astrology, nettle is considered a masculine plant and is governed by Mars. Nettle's element is fire, and in Ayurvedic medicine, nettle energy is recognized as bitter, salty, cool, and dry. Stingy nettle has been used for hundreds of years to treat painful muscles and joints, eczema, arthritis, gout, and anemia. And today, many people use it to treat urinary problems, and men during the early stages of an enlarged prostate. Nettle is a powerhouse of a plant because of natural antihistamine. Stingy nettles love Ireland's moist, fertile soil, so when you wander around through there in the lush Irish countryside, remember that nettles are Ireland's equivalent to North American poison ivy. Last card is the Shaman's Pack Oracle card, and the card that came out for you, Cancer, is the Lady of Ways. And the Lady of Ways is an Empowerer's card, and the card shows a figure wearing antlers and a deer head. The figure leans on an arch of stones on which mystical symbols represent the three realms. The card depicts Elaine or Nehelenia, the goddess of the ways in Celtic tradition. She guards all the roadways and paths between this world and the other, both by sea and land, and as an empowerer card, she opens the dream pathways which we pass each night. When we seek to know which of the inner worlds we should visit, she can offer deep and appropriate advice. The lore relates to a Welsh tradition where Elaine is confused with the Roman Empress Helen, whose husband, the Emperor Constantine Chlorus, was a famous builder of roadways throughout the empire. As Nehelenia, she appears in Gaulish tradition as a goddess of maritime voyages. She is often represented as seated on a throne, surrounded by seashells and with a basket of fruits on her lap. She is thus also considered a goddess of plenty, who gives of her riches of the sea and land alike. It is this aspect that connects her with Elaine, who guards the roadways and riches of the land, just as Nehelenia guards the roadways of the sea. Now, Cancer, you are asked to take a journey. See yourself standing at the head of a valley carved out of a range of high mountains. Below and before you stretches a ribbon of roadways stretching through the valley and vanishing into a distant and misty place. Elaine stands beside you, indicating that you should follow the road where it leads. If you need help to clarify the nature of your journey, then ask now, or else keep going in the knowledge that your journey will be guided to the right place. Well, Cancer, that's exciting to take that journey and then find out where it leads. Okay? Thanks for listening. I wish you a wonderful day and a good week ahead. And goodbye.